Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Monday Night Smoke. Let's go. Come on.
Well gone, bro.
I'm all right. How are you, brother?
I'm very good, man. Again, back in the country. Obviously, flew in today.
You just landed today, bro?
Yeah. Flew in today, bro.
All the great defeaters need to understand, I had no idea if today was going ahead, because when I was trying to arrange, you was in the air.
I was in the air, bro. I did that one when I was like, please say he's left home. I was doing that one. I done that on the hope. I was like, please tell me. So I turned my, you know, when you're not supposed to like turn your phone on early. I did that one. As soon as the plane hit the tarmac, I got the call from Travis. I was like, yo, bro, the show's on, bro.
Hilarious, bro.
The show's happening. But yeah, we're here, man. Ready to go.
Yeah, let's do it, man. It's been a mad weekend. Let me just greet all the great defeaters before we get going, man. Shouts out, man, like Raj, man, like Mulla.
Shout out to them.
Martin and Leia, North Bank Bren, man, like Purple Snowflake, ENT, Anthony YouTube, Dan the Man, Aaron Ozzy B, Philip Answer Backhander, Gene Anthony Parrott, Natty F Banks, Mr. A, Jonah 31, Daniel Rain, Reese Cooper, Nicholas, the horological one, Big Papa,
That's such a good name. That's such a good
Eddie
name.
Rose, SB, Tom T, man like Diggs and Bolts. Come on, man. There we go. I got everybody that's in the chat right now.
Bro, that's
lovely. Smash the like button on your way in, guys, as well. Let's really take care of
yeah. Let's
today.
make sure the like button is been hit today, because sometimes we don't do what's needed to be done on this channel.
It's crazy.
Sometimes, and again, if we can get 5 super chats, that'll be fire as well.
That'd be lovely. Lovely.
Are we asking for too much when we say 5 supers though?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
It's something that we could achieve, didn't it?
Absolutely, bro.
All right, well, let's go. Let's not waste no time, man.
Okay, cool.
Big weekend of boxing, bro. My guy's done.
Who's your guy?
You know my guy, man.
Johnny
the
Fisher.
Romford Bull, bro. The Romford.
I feel like today was a good day for Maestro to phone in, because the way you've been talking about the Romford Bull, bro.
Bro, I used to believe in the Romford Bull, fam. I used to say, well, you never know. I thought like, again, I thought that when you talk about the ceiling, I thought it was a very high ceiling for him, Great ticket seller. He's good, like, he's a good, he looked like a good fight, like a good prospect, very good prospect. But then when I was in Saudi the first time, I saw the chinks in the armor.
Chinks? Is that what you call that?
Well, no, yeah, because you got called it chinks in the first fight, Saudi.
Cool. Okay, no problem.
Chinks in the armor in the Saudi. And it looked like, I was mad. I was so mad at what happened. I spoke to Eddie Hearn at the end of the fight.
Oh, snap.
Let's never forget that.
And he had the big argument by the lift.
He came back to find me to tell me why his fighter.
He was in the lift and you were like, nah, bro, your guy lost.
Yeah.
He waited downstairs to come back to tell you.
Yes, he did.
Oh, snap.
And it was like Prince C. Jr. was True Geordie, Joey, everyone. Bro, he's gone past all of them, because I said it's a disgrace. I remember saying something along the lines of I wasn't happy. Yeah, he's gone through to tell me how he scored it and why it wasn't.
That was
why
hilarious.
it wasn't a robbery. And I was like, no matter what you're telling me, I know what I saw. I know what I saw, and I'm telling you now,
he lost.
And then after, again, when people get home.
But what's funny is that he was going hell for leather to let you know that it wasn't a robbery. Not that he didn't lose.
Yes.
What he goes was, I got this round. I got this. Wait, hold on a second. So I've counted this round to Johnny. Then okay, cool. Then you got the knockdown, and then after that, he's won this round. So it's like, one round in it. If you're gonna give it to Dave, and I was just like, bro, that's a big argument to say that it's not a robbery, but it's still a loss.
And first night, because it felt like it stunk like a robbery the first night.
The first night, absolutely did.
And as it got further into the weeks, people found their chest and their hearts, like his dad. His dad started to get angry at people that was saying, hey, my son didn't win the fight. And his dad, instead of getting angry with us, they should have went to the gym and said, how do we deal with that? Because we might have told ourselves we experienced, we didn't experience. And we don't need to go as hard as we needed to go, because we didn't lose in the first. If you're delusional, and you can delude yourself to thinking everything's okay when it's not. So if you say to yourself, you know what, we didn't actually lose. There was no problems then, and if it carried on going, we would have won that fight. If you tell yourself that, the way you address fixing things will be different. Are you with me? And the way they addressed it, I saw, because he did box a bit better. He was better.
Minutely is all I'll say.
But then it was similar, because I looked at the gas tank and it became a Dave Allen fight.
Yeah, because the problem was, it wasn't that you're a better boxer than him. because he was a better boxer technically in the first fight.
Him, yeah.
But he was out-manning you.
Yes.
Like, there's a certain level of grit where it's like, bro, you're gonna have to toughen up to deal with an opponent like this, because he's not gonna get dejected by being outboxed. If you're not hurting him bad, he's gonna keep coming and roughing you up. And in the clinches, it's when he does this extended arm in the clinch, bam, bam.
Yeah.
These little shots, these nasty shots where it's just like, bro, I'm just gonna rough you up, bro.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes even fighters like, you know, that guy, what's his name? Josh Kelly.
Yeah.
He's another one.
Yeah.
Them man, they don't like to get roughed up,
they
bro.
want everything to be pretty and go their way.
The minute you start getting rough with them, shaking them and clenching them in the thing, shoving them against the ropes, and it's like, bam. They just crumble, bro. And this time around, he crumbled faster than the first fight.
Well, it was a savage knockout. It was a ruthless.
Brother.
It was one of the most ruthless things we've seen in recent years. And it's sad for the Romford Bull, because you never want to see a fighter go down like that.
And he seems like a nice guy.
He's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but then it's annoying because, well, Dave gets 2 paydays. So in a sense, it's worked out for him. At first, I was really pissed off because I was like, has Dave got another one of these performances? Yeah. Can he still do this, or is he gonna just be Dave?
But see, my thing is on Dave Allen, is that next fight, I don't think it would look like this at all. I think it's because it's Johnny Fisher and they're friends.
They know each other.
They know each other too well. And there's that thing, I think competitive nature in the friendship took over, where it's just like, it's you. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna be ready.
Yeah. And I don't think there was any fear factor. I feel like Dave Allen was the big brother in this scenario.
Literally.
See, it's his big brother, and it's like, my little brother's not beating me up today. There's no way, like, and I know him. So, you know, Dave Allen, I don't know if he's got like confidence issues and stuff, but then I don't think he feels that way against other fighters. Even when the fight is like, he probably saw his like little bro bouncing around in early third and fourth and fourth. Look at him.
Literally, look at him.
Youth. He's seeing that, and it's not registering in his mind as, wow, he's still got energy, like I'm fearful and everything. He's thinking, I know what you're doing. Look, you're bouncing around, probably wasting a lot of energy. I'll calm it down if I was you. You know what I mean? Get close, and he's gonna hit him with one of, like, these are all the thoughts that he's probably having in his head, which makes this an easier fight. Yeah. When we see Dave Allen again, we'll know. But I'm just happy for him.
I'm happy for him because of the robbery that he experienced in Saudi, and I will call it a robbery because I think he did win the fight. I don't think it was as close as people might want to argue that it was. Close doesn't mean that it's up for debate. That was a clear win, regardless of how close anybody saw it. Yeah. So this one is like, you know, I'm glad that he didn't just waste his time in camp, and because, you know, sometimes the time when you're supposed to really lock in. When I saw that he was 10 pounds heavier, I said, oh, for frick's sake,
they're back.
He's just gonna shake this thing. But he's coming there in true Dave Allen fashion, as like unassuming as ever, just walks in and beats the wheels off him, bro. That second knockdown, bro, when that left hook landed, I thought, oh no, that's a hospital visit.
Did they count it? Or was it because they threw in the towel?
They threw in the towel. Referee knew that was going to be there.
So it's not
it was disgusting, bro. That shot landed. I thought, it's not. And then Dave Allen, he's just there like, no, I'm not going to cheer. Make sure he's all right. And I was just thinking, fucking hell.
That's a good guy. That shows the kind of level of the man he is. Again, he's fighting his little brother, bro.
I know.
So let me read this one as well. Mo 12090 says, KG's man Romford Bull. Remember when you was gassing them up for the 5v5 draft? You guys are done, bro. Listen, your guys done. I remember gassing them up.
Yes, you
were.
But
again, without competition, I literally thought there was something there, and he was a prospect. Well, there was I'm not gonna feel bad for it. I was just wrong.
Fair. But there was a lot of people saying that, you know, Moses Atoma's getting all the profile and Johnny Fisher's not.
Yeah, Johnny Fisher, bro.
I remember I was arguing with Joey.
I
was like, bro, you have to know this is night and day between them and there.
It was a serious night. And actually, shout out a guy, bro.
Who?
He won, bro. A guy, bro. Joey Knight,
bro. Snap, yeah, Joey. Yeah,
Joey Knight, bro.
Yeah. Joey, come on, bro.
Mash them up, bro. I like that. Listen,
he handled business properly on Friday,
handled business, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get that get back as well. He knows what I'm talking about, bro. That get back is pending, fam. We'll all be there, fam.
Oh, that one is.
We'll all be there, bro. T-shirts on, fam. T-shirts on, ready to go.
I'm going to the press conference, bro. I'm trying to stir things with other teams.
I might throw something another team as well.
We've got a lot.
Yeah. Shout out Joey Knight. You lot go and check it, man. Misfits. We don't talk about Misfits. That's how you know something.
That's the only time. Yeah. That's the only time Misfits News makes it.
To talk about
Joey Knight victorious on Friday night. Check out the highlights when you get a chance. He handled business. Oh, man.
Cool.
That's hilarious.
All the cars we've had.
Oh my days! All right,
let's go. On other things, other conversation right now. For some strange reason, this is what's heating up. Yeah, and I saw there was a little back and forth. It was interesting. Okolie.
Oh snap!
Well, it's a bit of a triangle. It's a bit of triangle. One call it a love triangle. Yeah,
Okolie,
triangle.
It's a beef triangle.
Beef triangle. Okolie, React Poor, Dillian Whyte.
Let me say something. Yeah, Okolie is onto Dillian, bro. Like
he's onto
every post. I see him in the captions, bro. It's the funniest thing. There's one video of him cussing out Chisora because Dillian wants Chisora as well now. Like it's
all over the place.
So he's cussing out Chisora and saying all this stuff in the thing. Okolie's in the comments going, "Rah, got a new leather jacket. I rate it." Bro, that level of trolling, yeah. It's every time I see your name pop up. Now it's a little anxiety because it's like, he's gonna take over the convo in the comments, bro.
Can I be honest though?
Go ahead.
You won't like this, and Team Okolie won't like what I'm about to say.
You say I won't like this.
You might not.
Okay, go on.
I don't think you're allowed to troll like that if you didn't fight React Poor. You're in arrears. You're in beef arrears. You're in arrears, bro.
Beef arrears.
Beef arrears, bro. You're in arrears.
That's so funny.
Bro, you're in arrears. How are you gonna troll?
Said you're owing beef.
You're owing beef. You can't be shouting out for another team.
You're owing beef, bro.
You're owing beef, bro.
That's so funny.
Because look, you're in beef arrears. Yeah.
Something needs to be named that. That's funny,
bro. Because let's have it right. Yeah.
Mm.
You look did the madness in the cinema. You had Master Knowledge saying, stop this. Yeah. We had that moment, and it was a great moment. It hit the timeline, not the normal timeline. It went outside of boxing into culture.
Yeah. That's right.
It hit the cultural timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had the Madonna situation. React Poor Madonna. Again, it went out of boxing, hit the timeline again.
It's true.
It's culturally interesting. We care. The people care about this one. You man are both Londoners. Why are you not fighting? You're both, again, lineage as well. Both Nigerians. Yeah, I'm saying, we're talking about your situation. You represent this area. You represent this area. You got injured. I asked, bro, what one for the injury? What was the injury? And there weren't that much communication.
We're not saying.
Yeah. So what am I gonna do? Do I just sit here as this good brethren and be like, okay, you pulled the wool over my eyes, and I don't,
And it's true, because it's just we're moving on.
Moving on.
But see, my thing is this, yeah. I'm not mad if we get the Dillian fight. I'll be honest. Okolie and Dillian Whyte, there's still history in that fight as well. And it's not like, I feel like they're both, I don't know which one is the harder fight, if I'm being very honest. Which one is the harder fight?
I don't care. He has to fight that, man. You've disrespected him too much. The disrespect has been there.
Yeah,
every time you see him, you act like he's a chief.
I hear it.
Yeah. So right now, because how you spoke, even when he talks to him in the comment section now, yeah, I can feel the disrespect. React was just at home, like swinging and taking pictures. And you know how angry you have to be to swing and take a picture? No. Like a combination, 5 here.
And hold it. Flip's sake. And the thing is, no, I hear what you're saying, yeah. And React was clearly not a talker. Every time he responds, it's very much like, okay, this guy. Like, when someone's not really, they're not about that chatting
thing. I hate
that
about him.
Yeah, no, but I'm glad you don't force it though. If it's not him, don't start, because then that's when men start looking crazy on the table. It's calm.
He called him a duck though. I saw React do the duck emoji.
Yeah, because it was weird though. It's just like, fights off, I'm injured. Now we're just moving on and calling out other people.
Like I don't exist.
Yeah, and the thing is he's obviously fought at heavyweight now. He fought some guy, and they obviously, you
need to fight me. It's how we look at Dubois with that situation. I get you're moving on to Usyk, but let's not pretend like Parker hasn't been hard done by, and it's still Parker. Are you with me? This has to be corrected. This has to be sorted out. So for me, I get it. Move on to Dillian, and I will still watch. whatever Okolie does.
If Dillian and Okolie fight next,
I'm not complaining.
I'm not mad at that fight.
I'm not complaining, but you have to fight that man, though.
I definitely agree.
You can't, because if you're going to disrespect him and say you're better than him, show me.
There's been too much.
Show us.
Yeah.
Because you can't lose to that man. I don't care what you do to Dillian, because you try to, if you play with someone, and that someone finally gets their hand on you and they broke you up, you look bad, you know.
He looks mad on the main still.
You look bad. So we're not letting that one go, bro. That one has to happen, bro.
And you're right, because he's raised the ante so high.
Yeah.
With how he's been talking about Reakpo. Losing is not an option in that
You
fight.
only can win. They need to do this to you. And we'll have to address it as a family.
I hear it.
We'll have to.
But hold on, though. Hold on. Let's have a look at this Dillian Whyte scenario.
Let's do it.
Because Dillian is still in a weird place because of that Joe Joyce cancellation. He obviously was going to fight Joe Joyce.
Yeah.
Pulled out of that fight because of injury. Now he's calling out Derek Chisora. Meanwhile, Okolie's hot on his tails. But calling out Derek Chisora in 2025 is not something that you would imagine to be happening again.
How many times have you fought?
Twice.
Oh.
But Chisora is in line for a title. Like, Chisora's career really has moved on from those days. So it's like
he doesn't need him.
Yeah, him calling him out. I'm almost looking at it, I think to myself, Chisora should just wait for his title shot. Like, this is a terrible step.
What year are we in? 2025?
2025, bro.
I never thought in 2025 Dillian will be riding the coattails of asking for a fight. You know what that is? Bro, what's happened in reality?
And seemingly having this beef that's come out of nowhere. Because remember, Dillian's been very relaxed lately.
No, they're brethren. There's no beef.
No, he's been talking like there's a beef. Something happened behind the scenes where he's pissed him off, and now he wants to do. And I'm like, we haven't seen angry Dillian in a minute. This is crazy now,
bro. Don't fall for it. Them man, I just want to eat burgers and make money. These two are they're friends to the point. Yeah, nothing's wrong. No, they just will fight each other. They're the friends that will fight each other. Like, they might annoy each other a little bit.
Nah, Wally's pointing at me.
Yeah,
that's their friends that will fight each other.
Will fight each other. Like what he wanted to do to us on the
200K.
200K. Friends that will fight each other happily.
But that's what boxers in the same weight class they are, really.
No, but their one's a bit more tapped.
As in more sick in it.
They'll fight each other and casually still just eat and go to each other's house. And
I'm sure their friendship is way more like active.
They're bona fide brethren. And if they can raise the stakes by chatting shit to each other, they'll go for it. They'll go for it.
Yeah, because if someone throws a table or says someone, something like that, it's just like, all right, we've got another one. But thing is, all right, where is Dillian Whyte at this day in his career? Because these last performances,
Uncle and that. First, the fight with Uncle Tets was crazy.
Uncle Tets. Calling him up.
The fight with Uncle.
It's crazy. Left me thinking, how much is left?
No, but it doesn't matter about how much is left now. No, we're just fighting.
I hate you.
He's on his Chisora thing.
No, I hate you on the Chisora thing, yeah. But what I'm saying is, suppose you don't get the Chisora fight, because Chisora's in a really good place. He's a title shot. If he sits comfortable, he gets in the ring for a belt. Yeah. So he's not going to jeopardize that for you.
That's why Okolie keeps knocking on the Dillian door. He knows it's the perfect door to knock on right now.
So my worry is, let's say the wrong person gets in front of Dillian Whyte at this stage of his career.
Okolie.
Baby Miller.
No.
Or Ruiz.
No.
Anyone that's kind of...
Okolie's the fight. And this is why Okolie's running my man down, because if Okolie knows for sure he can beat up Dillian Whyte. He knows. He wouldn't be as spicy as he's being. He's under no illusions that he's gonna knock this guy out. Yeah. And a knockout of Dillian Whyte is worth its weight in gold. It's brilliant. Because I still need to announce myself to the heavyweight division. I don't mean I'm ready for everybody else.
My thing is, I just don't want to see Dillian go out like this, is what I'm saying. As much as I've criticized his boxing, I like the guy. I don't want to see him go out to this. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if he loses to Okolie, is it bad?
Yes, I think it's bad.
Really?
Yes, I think it's bad, bro.
Okolie's the younger guy. He's got time on his side.
Okolie is not a heavyweight that has announced himself as a heavyweight yet.
That guy's heavy.
No, I'm saying he's not announced himself as a heavyweight yet. His last showing at Cruiser was the Billam Smith thing.
Yeah. So
it's like he's still on this kind of like backdoor re-entry thing where it's like, boom, like Bridgerweight, got the belt there. I've come up to heavy. Fought whoever that was. If you're the first real heavyweight he fights and he knocks you out, that's either saying that he's here now or you're done.
No, because you
and that's not going to be a
Dillian,
massive.
Who else could Dillian beat in the division?
What, right now?
Yeah.
I don't.
We're here. We're where we need to be. We're at the right place, bro. So again, there's still big fights for him because he could fight Okolie, lose. He could still fight Jared Miller, easy. Because the Fabio fight's off, and I wanted to see. I would love to see Dillian versus
Jared Anderson.
Jared
or Baby Miller.
Big Baby. I'd love to see Dillian versus Big Baby.
I think Baby Miller at this point is.
I would love to see it though. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, I think he beats.
So there's still fights. I can still put three fights for Dillian, even if he loses to Okolie. So that's why it just won't be nice for his record.
Yeah,
but I don't think he's thinking of. I don't think he's thinking about being a champion. He's in his Chisora bag of fight. Let's have it. He's in that era.
So we're saying Dillian, Dave Allen.
I wouldn't mind it. You're laughing. I wouldn't mind it.
Be a decent scrap.
It'll be a good scrap. If he loses that one, let's close the door.
We're going to close the door. Yeah.
He said he can get the AJ fight anytime. That changes.
That talk has confused me.
No, that changes. No, because they have a gentleman's agreement, I believe.
No, I hear that. But even Wilder thinks he has one. I've seen Wilder talking about his comeback, saying that, the AJ fight, that's one that can definitely be made. I'm thinking
this pre-ayahuasca.
No, this is like 2-3 days ago on his comeback conversation. I'm like, you men really think the AJ money is guaranteed for all of you, innit? AJ's not sticking around like that.
Whyte versus Johnny Fisher.
Whyte versus Johnny Fisher.
That's too much. Johnny Fisher doesn't need anything like these brutes. He still bounces. Like he doesn't need that. He needs. I don't even know what the guy needs.
Why? Listen,
I don't know what Johnny Fisher needs. I just know that if he's gonna get someone that's on the dark arts thing, he's in a lot of trouble, bro.
Yeah.
Dillian Whyte does that more than what Dave Allen is. Dillian is that on all the drugs. Like, you can't manage that. You can't manage those problems. What he's gonna offer in terms of the pace that he's gonna set for you, no, Fisher, absolutely no. All right.
I feel you.
Moving on though, man. It's rematch season as well.
Absolutely.
Are we gonna get Gervonta? Is Gervonta really gonna do that rematch?
Yep. Tank Roach, the rematch, August 16th. That's happening, bro. Even Usyk Dubois, July 19th, Eubank Ben, September 27th. Bro, it's really rematch season, bro.
Is that confirmed?
That's the date. Ben? That's the date that's floating around.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the Eubank Ben set up.
Yeah.
Tank Roach, I didn't think it was gonna happen.
See, that fight is dangerous for Tank,
Oh yeah.
I think my man could really go in there and win properly this time. I'm
with you. I'm surprised that they're gonna agree.
Same. I thought Tank was just like, I thought they were just gonna move on.
Moving on.
Yeah, bro,
it's over.
Is what it is. There's other stuff to do. But realistically, he's in a tricky situation with this matchup.
Can Tank be better though? Is there something? Have we seen the best that is like Tank in his prime? Is he the best Tank we're ever gonna see? Because how does he become a better boxer?
Well, the thing is, realistically, we don't know how good Tank. Okay, Tank is an explosive guy. And it seems like, when he lands his big shots, he gets guys out of there. But we're not seeing him fight the guys that are his age mates, his equals. Do you know what I'm saying? We're seeing him fight a lot of these other dudes who are, this guy's good at this one thing, he's good at that one thing. The win of Orion Garcia was cool, but it's like, bro, all right, now go further, go fight this guy, Teofimo, Devin Haney, like get these men out the way and let's show that you're the one that sits at the top of the mountain. So right now we're still in this weird space where everybody's and him specifically is staying heavy over where he is. So I'm like, mate, this situation here is very, very tricky because this guy is not trying to lie down.
And then, again, he can't use that grease thing as well.
That grease.
He spoke about the hair situation and said, look, and the hairdresser came out and said, I've done your hair time ago.
She's like, that was days ago. I mean? She goes, how much grease do you think I used? I said, well.
And I know I'm unqualified to talk about hair and just grease and
fresh braids. It can, but it's like, bro, I don't listen. All I know is this: that excuse ain't gonna fly if that's the same thing that's happening this time around. You just gonna have to wipe that with your elbow or something because we're gonna go crazy on the internet.
Wait, hold on, let's go. Let's go Tank Loma. There you go. I think we're good. Is there anything else that we need to discuss that we haven't discussed? Actually, let's go. Well, Usyk Dubois is a bit far. Still got time.
Yeah, we still got time for that one. My early prediction on that one is Usyk again. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna leave any room for any nonsense. But you know what I am worried about though. Yeah, just separate to this is you see Pacquiao's comeback. I think he's gonna get mashed up. You know.
Oh yeah,
bro. No, but like mash up. Like I saw him hitting the pads. I saw his last exhibition. Like he's looking bad.
Is he gonna get Holyfield?
I reckon. Oh yeah, the Belfort.
Evander. Yeah,
that exhibition one, the UFC brother. Yeah, that guy came in there to smoke him, bro. And you know these fighters, when you get in there with an old legend, it's almost like I have to smoke this guy's boots, bro.
I'm getting to smoke.
I'd never forget what Danny Garcia did to Eric Morales, bro. Big old legendary Eric Morales, bro. That left hook just coughed him, bro. When I see man fall on the road, I said, nah, man, like. Not the legend, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Just outpoint him over decision. Like, respect his career, fam. Like, trust me, I think he's going to be a situation where we see Pacquiao get smoked to bits. And I've seen a couple of people talking about, oh, if Pacquiao comes back, Mayweather could come back. I'm thinking, guys, stop this, man. Stop all this, bro.
Carl Froch. Wait, what's going on?
What's this? What Carl Froch talking about? Jake Paul.
Roots into Ariel. What's going on? I think this must be old school as well. The song's talking about these two having a disagreement.
Cena's added a good point. He goes, Pacquiao in his last fight convincingly lost to Ugas less than 2 years ago, and Ugas lost every round to Barrios. He goes, this could be bad. No, bro, it's going to be bad. Barrios is going to beat up this man.
It's going to be bad. Pacquiao's going to get moved to. It's going to turn off the TV. It's going to be if you don't like watching things like that, I wouldn't watch it, man. If you feel like
things like that, it's crazy.
Yeah, because it's going to be a things like that situation of like a mature, like a golden generation guy.
Do you know what this reminds
me? Moved to, bro.
This reminds me of when Floyd Mayweather beat the crap out of what's his name? The legendary guy, Mickey Ward, Arturo Gatti.
See,
6 rounds of nonsense, bro. That's the type of fight you don't show to new boxing fans because it's too far. It's too brutal. It's too nasty.
Yeah. You know, let's open the lines, man.
Cool.
Let's open the lines. What are we doing for likes as well? Let me know what's going on for likes. Wow, a lot of people here as well. 244 people here right now about what the likes saying. I bet you we got likes like for liking it. There's like 200 likes for sure. Easy.
Let me check.
I know there's 200 likes. Easy. They're locked in. They care about the brand. Go on, let me know. Crazy. They've gone crazy in it.
Why isn't it even showing for me? You seen it, Wale? That's hilarious.
Sean will tell us in the chat as well.
Huh?
64 likes.
64
out of 230.
Come on, guys. The like button is free. I promise you. Just click that little.
Don't be mad about the ads in the live show. There's ads because you lot don't hit the like button. That's crazy. See, imagine being angry about ads when you ain't press like. That's mad. They're there for a reason. I want more.
I want more, bro.
Anyway, let's keep going, man.
That's wild.
Yeah, the lines are open, bro.
Hit the link right now, man. No, you saying if you don't want to see things like that is very funny, though.
You know,
it sounds like you took. Remember back in the day, there was that website rotten.com, and that would be the only place where in your youth you could see mad
murders.
Yeah, if you see people who hurt, injured, broken arms, and nonsense. That's if you don't want to see things like that.
Wait, actually, let's talk about it though, because my guy Johnny Fisher. What's the road to recovery?
The road to recovery.
Actually, AB's here as well. Let's speak to AB in a way. You tell me how he gets everything back on track. AB,
what's happening, bro?
What's happening? You know what?
Talk to us, man. Hey, welcome to the pod.
You know what? I said to myself, yeah, it was a Saturday evening. I was like, you know what? Let me head down to the Copper Box last minute. So I bought my ticket. So heading down there, I'm like, cool, great venue. You know, everyone's out, and I'll be real. Dave Allen, he's got a support as well. You know.
Yeah. He's got real support.
His support. I'll go to say one step further. It was quite balanced.
Oh,
really?
Mad.
But one thing I'll say is, yeah, I think the first few rounds when it started, I was like, okay, cool, yeah, Johnny's, establishing the jab, jabbing and moving. But one thing was Dave Allen was just coming forward. And then I noticed something when I think Johnny Fisher was going into the corner and Dave Allen was like, oh, okay, cool, say nothing. And then every time, like, Dave Allen will go for like the overhook, I think Johnny kept on like the back of the head situation, and like the ref was like, okay, come on, that sort of thing. And then there was one time when the ref didn't say anything and he just let it play. He was like, oh, okay, cool. And you could see it frustrated him. But anyway, it's like they continued. I thought Johnny was boxing well, but the
He
punches,
looked good in it, bouncing. He looked
bouncing.
light on his feet.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. He was looking good. And then, but this is the thing. The punches weren't hurting David.
There you go.
Yeah.
They weren't hurting him. And then that same clubbering over at, when it connected, I was like, this ain't good. This ain't good, because he started to get into a rhythm. And then when I saw him tumble, I was like, oh my gosh, no. But then I was like, okay, cool. It's like 16 seconds left,
Yeah.
just see it out. But I think
it just seemed like there was nothing on Fisher's jab, even though it's like he was busy, but everything there was just nothing deterring Dave Allen at any point.
There was nothing. And that's the thing. I was just like, oh my gosh. And then I was like, 16 seconds, okay, cool. Just see it out, then get back to the corner and recover.
Yeah.
I think Dave was like, nah. I learnt last time.
Yeah.
Stuck his feet into the canvas. I kid you not. Those combinations he was unloading. Ugh.
Oh,
mad.
Disgusting.
It was probably that was a beautiful finish, because you saw he had to go above himself to really deliver that combination at the end as well.
Facts.
Was it a 4-hit combination?
Yeah.
But for me, what I was liking is that even those the same shots, like Dave Allen started to land them from like round 3. Like he started to really just every once in a while just hurt him. Like, bro, I'm so much stronger than you. It's mad.
Yeah.
I felt for Eddie Hearn though, man. He's like, that's one of his prospects has been damaged there still.
You know what though? This is the thing though. Like, you got to remember, Johnny. He only had 2 amateur fights, right? And he was sparring people whilst he was in uni. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But
that's right.
It's like there's still time. He's still got time. Look, that's okay, cool. Fighting someone like Dave
What's
Allen.
the road though? Tell me the road for him to be okay. Would you put him in there with Joe Joyce?
Oh, no way. No way.
That's what I'm saying, because you got to fight someone that is.
Someone made a point of Solomon Dakers in it, and I said, you know what, that's not a bad shout. But
that's a good shout, actually. That's a good shout.
Solomon's not to. I know Solomon's had a hard road as well, but that ain't gonna be easy.
I wouldn't even. That's the thing. I wouldn't even say.
He should go lower than that, though.
You got to punch upwards, because if he loses the Dakers, he's in trouble.
He's got to go lower
like a Molina.
Yeah, he's got to like really get his confidence back, because that type of beating, like the first fight, roughed him up and would have broken his spirit a little bit. And then this time around, he's got sparked out. Now he's not looking at Dave Allen as this is a big step up, this is a big name. So that's gonna kill his confidence to start thinking, right, how high is the ceiling for me? So I reckon they've got to really go back to the drawing board. Maybe even consider a new trainer, a whole new direction, just refresh.
They ain't got to do a new trainer.
Nah, just for the refresh of the approach.
Wait, how old is he?
I think that we're not at new trainer levels yet. Go on.
How old is he?
Let me just
check. Yeah, because James is saying in the chat, not Solomon, guys. Solomon will beat Fisher. No problem.
He's 26.
Yeah, he's young. He's good. He's okay. He's got time. You need to teach him how to roughhouse, though. You need to teach him how to be, because again, there's moments where you're like, you're a good boxer, and you're light on your feet. You move well in there, but you can't manage that pace though. How he wants to fight, he gets tired.
It's the toughness.
Can I ask you guys a question? Do you guys think, let's say another heavyweight, for example, do you think another heavyweight takes that same damage, like let's say Dave Allen was taking, in the sense of if you were to like throw like a right hook, keep on jabbing, do you think they still keep coming forward, that sort of thing? Like that sort of like,
I don't think Fisher's really like nailed on the power in his boxing yet. Like I don't think he's a powerful guy. So what he was doing wasn't a deterrent. If anything, it's a distraction. Do you know what I mean? There was no, like, he hasn't, that early stage in the fight where you just gain the other fighter's respect.
Yeah.
You can't walk through me. Do you know what I mean? Bow, there's something here. He didn't get that moment at any point.
But the White Rhinos, like, he's a tough.
No, but he's been sparked.
But he's fought. He's always gonna. He's been punched by the best of them. He's getting to walk through. He's been in there sparring. Like, he's good sparring for people. That's why they bring him into the gym. So then he's taking punches that most fighters ain't taking. So it'd be hard to use him as a barometer of how hard you punch.
I hate you, but we don't say Fraser Clark is a big banger, and he stopped Dave Allen. Like, I'm going through the names. David Price stopped him. And obviously, do you know what I mean? We're going back a few years for these conversations, but
what like, Dave Allen was that? That's the thing.
Tony Yoka and them, man.
Yeah, he's asked a good question. What Dave Allen was that?
No, I hear it, but you're not going to get
Tony Yoka would be a good one, you know.
Say again?
Tony Yoka wouldn't be a bad choice, you know. Like,
not now,
but in a few fights' time.
Yeah.
It's mad, but I still see they can get him back on track. They can get him back on track. They can get him back on track. I
think Fisher is a good ticket seller, a nice personality, and he'll be on cards.
Yeah, I'm not saying a big ceiling like a Toma, but they can correct what went wrong. They can correct it at least. They can address it. He's still got many years. Go ahead.
Now, I was just gonna say a couple of questions. Do you think Frank Warren is the type? Like, do you think he'll be like, you know what, Moses? After your fight in Glasgow, do you want to go fight Dave Allen, or he'll leave it? Yeah,
I don't think he will. I reckon Atoma's gonna try and go higher, but if he did fight him, he absolutely knocks out Dave Allen. I have no doubt in my mind about that.
Wait, who's Moses fighting next?
Who were they talking about? Were they talking about Okolie at one point?
They were talking about
floated that name out there.
If he beats up Okolie, you're never making him fight Dave Allen. That's taking a piss.
Nah.
That's like, you're trying to kill him, man. I think, that's mad. But then again, his star's gone up. So you could put him in there with him, man. It's a decent name.
Yeah, it probably technically comes as a statement win now.
Yeah, everything's a statement getting forward. Any other questions, bro? What are you saying about Roach versus Tank?
Oh, that's a good one, to be honest. I think, I think last time, obviously, I thought it was quite close, but obviously I thought Roach won. But at the same time, it's one of them ones. It's like, okay, cool. Roach, if to the people, you thought you won, so it's kind of like, okay, we've got to do this again, sort of thing. You back your ability. It's time to do it again, sort of thing. But then at the same time, Tank's gonna be like, I know I won that, 100%. Let's do this again. Let me try a dispatch of this. But at the same time,
are you a Tank Davis fan?
Nah. When I appreciate good boxing in it, so it's one of them ones. Like, in that fight, I'll just let the best man win, in it. Let the best man win.
Yeah.
But
all right, listen, bro.
I really appreciate the time, man.
Come on, man. Easy, bro. Cool, great, cool. I just read something as well. I was a bit mad. Pacquiao was basically giving advice, and you can respect the advice because he lived his life like this. Manny Pacquiao advises Devin Haney to prioritize entertainment over safety first tactics, and he lives by that code because he's
always been on smoke.
No, but I'm saying even now he's entertainment over safety. Because Pacquiao's back, so you can tell when a man like that is fighting, ready to fight now.
But you know what it is, especially
it's a real thing to say to a fight like that.
No, I hear it, and it's real because he knows it's like people ain't gonna want to see you fight, especially that last fight, man. That last fight, the balance was way off. Like, nasty. He was so to do anything. It was just like, bro, if you're not gonna throw, I'm not gonna throw, and that's crazy. So I hear it, but I think Devin Haney is at a point in his career where he's at a crossroad. Where it's like, bro, if you're gonna be this tentative and this afraid to get hit, don't box then.
Don't box.
Just be something else.
There you go. He says, in boxing, it's how you entertain the fans. Boxing became popular because of the sports that the fans and the people, said Manny Pacquiao. When asked about Devin Haney's low punch against Jose Ramirez. So he's like, listen, you like hit or not get hit, obviously, is the main thing. Boxing. But brother, like, we want to see a tear up. We paid to watch a madness.
The balance has to be there, though. That's the thing where it's like, if you're going to be a defensive fighter, you need to be putting hands on the man to guarantee the win. Like, people try and say Mayweather, he's a runner. Bro, when you actually watch Floyd fight, he's not running, bro.
Yeah.
He's just a step ahead of
smarter.
Yeah.
Smarter.
Whereas,
you know what's a bit disappointing is the way Bill Haney talks, you'd think his son is
Tank.
Not Tank. You'd think his son is who's the cruiserweight madman? No, he keeps seeing that.
Opataya.
I think he's even birthed Opataya. He talks like his son's Opataya, bro, and he's not like, which is mad. Are you with me? Like it's just off. They're not, but their brands are not matching up, which is just crazy.
I mean, he's coming off. I would say he's not coming off the back of a knockout, but he's coming off the back of a beating. So I think we can give the one fight grace. But this next, whatever the fight he has next, it cannot look like that. Simple.
Yeah, well, I think people are gonna lose severe interest, man.
Let's get Tom in.
Let's go. Lagging. Are we still lagging? Are we still lagging? Let us know in the comment section. Are we still lagging? 1, 2.
It's a few seconds.
Poor connection. No.
That's mad.
Not here. 1, 2. We lagging for you, bro.
Tom, what's happening, bro?
Guys, yeah, no, I can hear you all fine. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Talk to us, man.
Well, I put in the chat anyway. I'm a Dave Allen fan. You know. I'm from Doncaster, so I've always got to support him. So
yes,
got you.
Yeah. I followed Dave Allen through his career, and there's just a couple of things that, to me, I sometimes think aren't the best for him, and he sort of has these ebbs and flows. Back in 2017-18, he was Eddie Hearn's boy at that time again. You know, he was fighting in games, and then he fell into the trap. I think back then, if I'm correct, he fell into a bit of issues like financially. He commented on this, and he had the issues, and I think he goes through spurts of the retirements, and then he falls back in love with the sport, and I think he's got.
He was on the building site at one stage. I think he was on the building site, like back at work.
100%. I think he just goes through spurts of loving the sport and then falling out with the sport, and I think he'll have a couple more fights now, which I want him to just have a couple more fights, make as much money as possible, and then just leave it, because, you know, he's got a growing family now, couple of kids, and I think once you got that, you've got to start thinking about your safety as well as a boxer, about what happens. So,
do you think he's got the hunger now? Do you think he's got a bit of a focus with the whole having the family now, and he's fighting for more than himself now?
Oh, definitely, and that's definitely going to be a factor. But if he can choose correctly the right people next for the next 1 or 2 big fights, get some good payday in, he can sail off into the sunset, and I think that'd be perfect for him.
What type of names do you think of when you think of the next 2 fights for him?
If I'm perfectly honest, this is going to sound like a mad one, but I would love to see him fight AJ, because I can genuinely see a scenario where either one of them win.
Fuck off.
No, I'm being serious.
He means it.
I don't. Wait. Hold on, wait a minute. You see a scenario where Dave Allen beats AJ by what? By points?
I am more than happy to say that I am completely biased on this, you know. But
that's cool. You know that,
I respect it.
That had to be there. That was the first part of the take.
We coined the term brethren bias.
So this is your friend that you believe that could.
I just think with that hook he's got on the right spot on AJ's chin, I think most of the time AJ wins.
It's
but I
not
think
fair.
Dave's got a
Don't encourage this.
As in fair as in what he believes that this is what he believes. I'm not saying fair as in I believe that.
It's not a fair take.
It's a wild take, but I'm letting him get it off. Who's the second guy that you've got on the list?
I think he loses this one. I'll be honest, but I'd love to see him.
He loses the other one as well, by the way.
Yeah,
Chisora.
I don't mind this fight.
See, that one I actually don't know.
his chances,
because Chisora, every single fight he loses something. Honestly, that Otto Wallen fight.
No, wait, hold on. There's something else at play, because now this is not your friend we're talking about. Chisora versus AJ. He's winning that for you.
See, this is where
Chisora.
No,
I think.
But you're not even Chisora is not your mate, Anand. So now you're just saying this. You don't rate AJ.
No, I
You
do
think
rate
he's
AJ.
fallen
I
that
do.
far?
I do. But I think that Chisora just gives AJ trouble. I think AJ can't take as many shots as Chisora can. I think Chisora is stronger. I think he's more durable. He's proven that he can go without gassing a lot of the time.
I honestly think losing to Dubois has made AJ drop to like 100th place in boxing.
In people's minds, yeah, people's minds, in people's minds, and that's it. That is boxing, though. It's what have you done for? It's what have you done for me lately? And again, I was really excited about the Romford ball and the lesson to be learned. You know, I believed in him, and then Dave Allen said, "Say that belief, relax." And I think you're doing that at this moment, because when you said Chisora is a harder fight than AJ,
that's insane, bro.
For Dave Allen was when I knew we were in it. Was in deep waters.
All I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna read the comments on this now.
I wouldn't, bro. I wouldn't.
Stay out the comment section. Just start the show, bro.
And you know what's mad? As a hardcore AJ fan, I'm not even feeling like I'm triggered enough to even respond. I'm just like,
no, because this is because you know there's some things when you have to fight for your life.
There's some fights you can't take on, bro.
He's fighting himself.
I think at the end of the day, yeah, the tapes might be wild, but I think those fight scenarios would be the most entertaining.
Who's your last one? Because you put a fight that you love and care about. You have made him run the gauntlet, you know. You said a couple fights. You said Chisora, AJ. Who's the last guy?
For Dave Allen to fight?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say Usyk. Don't. I'm joking.
Do you know what? I realized what this is. This is about getting his man paid. This has nothing to do with winning prospects. He's saying get him the biggest paydays.
No, he wants the title. No. He's done what you done with Eubank.
No.
Bro, if he wins these fights, he is the heavyweight champion of the world.
No. I'd like to see Dave Allen versus Joe Joyce.
Joe Joyce.
Okay.
That's a 50-50. That's the only genuine.
That's the only best fight he's giving him.
Yeah. That's a genuine.
That's the best fight you've given him, bro. You sent him on the road. Nah. If that's a mate, yeah, fucking hell, mate. Your enemies are gonna be on smoke. Hey, Tom, look after yourself.
Take care,
bro. I knew it. That's you got to check. When a man says, "Oh, this fight feels even tougher," I don't think it's harder than AJ one. I said, "Wait a minute, she's all right, AJ."
Bro, I didn't feel no rise in me to respond to any of these takes.
No. Tom was said Usyk at the end of the road.
Tweaking, bro.
Man said unified. Dave Allen having a unification fight.
Showing up in the exact same condition. 10 pounds heavier than the last fight.
That's a Cinderella story, bro, if you done it.
That's mad.
All right, cool. AJ!
Yo, what's up, KG?
What's going on, bro? What's going on, man?
Hey, what up, Trav? I appreciate y'all letting me in. I appreciate y'all letting me in.
Hey, New York. Hey, hold on. Oh yeah, it's not NBA. Let's move on.
You was about to take it there, huh?
Yeah. I was about to talk about some. Yeah.
Hey, Trav, you be watching the NBA?
Yeah, come on, bro.
Oh yeah. Hey, trust me, if we start, we're not gonna end, man.
Yeah, let's not do it. Let's not do it.
Going crazy.
Let's just give it away. All right, cool. All right. Wait,
first off,
let's start America. Can we start stateside, please? Because I want to ask you about Tank and Roach.
All right. Yeah.
And what does Tank have to do to be a better boxer? How does he beat Roach?
Against Roach? Don't respect him. Don't respect him. I think he put too much respect on Roach's name last fight. He was very cautious, and I think that a little bit of that has to do with them knowing each other in the ring, being close a little bit, being from the DMV. Everybody kind of hyping Roach up. Roach has his man them around there talking heavy, talking about how he can do this and he can do that. I think he gave Roach a lot of respect last fight. I don't think it's going to be the same this time around. We're going to be really surprised how it's going to end this time. I don't think it's going to be close at all.
Be a surprise knockout.
It's going to be a beat down. That's where I'm going to put it. And if we don't see that, then Tank needs to go retire. If we don't see that, Tank needs to go retire.
Wow.
I'm gonna say that right now. Because I watched that fight. I watched that, and the reason why I say this, KG, I watched that fight 4 times after, and there was nothing special Roach was doing that Tank hasn't faced before.
I hear that, but there's no respect for Roach's boxing ability in either of your takes.
No, so Roach is a good fighter. I'm talking. So you're right. I take that back. Roach is a good fighter, but in comparison to Tank and what Tank can do, and the heavy hands Tank got, and how he can implement them, I don't think he did that to the best of his abilities the last fight. That's what I'm referring to. You get what I mean? So I just
think he just heavy-handed. I've thrown that to both of you guys.
No, my issue is I think Roach did a lot to cancel a lot of what Tank does well, and Tank being fairly undersized as he climbs these weight classes, I think the boxing really limit him more and more.
Yeah,
for him to get these shots off.
Yeah. But we've seen him be outboxed by a lot of people before, but he does end the show.
That's what I'm saying. So Trav does have a point as far as like trying to cancel certain things out. But one thing we do know for sure with Tank is that he does throw that hand. I don't think Roach did enough to cancel out the Tank throwing those bombs, but he never did that. So that's where my point of I think Tank gave him too much respect that last fight. That's where my point of view is coming from, because I never saw within all those rounds, I never saw Tank dropping any sort of, I know you boxing right now, but take this, I never saw that. You know what I'm saying?
I think the part I guess is probably underrepresented in the conversation is Roach's jab during that fight really offset a lot of what Tank was trying to set up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when that's the reason why I bring up his size again. When you're that undersized, you've got such a long way to go to land anything significant. You know what I mean?
But
when a jab is steady, it just.
But Trav, Tank ain't never really needed to land jabs on you like that. He's fought majority of the time he's fought dudes that had the jab. What's his name? The Alisteca. What's his name? The dude that he beat up, the Mexican dude that was taller than him, ripped up. But he goes by the Mexican Alisteca or something like that.
Okay.
Ended up jabbed Tank's head off most of the rounds, but still ended up getting knocked out, put to sleep. So and that guy's taller than Roach, in my opinion.
I hate you.
Yeah. But I don't know how many minutes I got left, but before I go,
continue.
KG, I know this is not the reckless.
Yeah. Another space, but go on, let me know. Say something reckless. Go on.
But bro, that just had that call, that just left that call, bro, sniffing crack, bro. I promise you, bro. I don't care what anybody says, bro, on drugs, bro. How dare you put Dave Allen?
Mad. Yeah,
bro, how dare you put Dave Allen on AJ's level? And I think and this is when you start to know who really is about boxing, bro. I don't care how many times you done lost. Who did you lose to? And who you comparing AJ's losses to? How dare you bring Dave Allen in this conversation? Bro, them dudes was looking like they was Butterbean, bro. Like the worst version of Butterbean, fighting them fights. Come on, man. You gonna put them with elite fighters? Come on, bro. Like, I don't care how AJ was knocked out.
He bought whatever he's smoking. He bought it from you, bro.
Hey, he might have bought it from me. Hey, listen, I'm not selling to you no more. If that's the case, shoot, you gonna mess up my goddamn market. Come on here buying from me and talking crazy in the streets. Nah, man. When you buy from me, you keep quiet. Enjoy your high and keep quiet. Come on, man. How dare you? Come on, we can't do that. KG, you need to let them know. Trav, y'all need to let them know. AJ might have been knocked out, but he was not. And anytime AJ done lost, he didn't lose to no bum. He didn't lose to no bums, man. Y'all need to let people know that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm American saying that. I'm American saying that. Bro, AJ came to my backyard and called out Wilder when nobody was trying to fight Wilder. A lot of people in England don't know about that. AJ came out to ESPN in America and called out Wilder. Didn't nobody want to fight that dude when it mattered. Didn't nobody want to fight that dude. Now everybody coming out the woodworks when he's in his 30s or mid-30s. How old is AJ now? Like 36, 35, 36?
Yeah, 34, 35.
Yeah. Not everybody coming out the woodwork talking about he never fought this person. Bro, go do your research, man. I'm not even from England. Like I was raised in America, but I know for a fact the dude came out there and called out names while Wilder, our so-called American hero, was over here fighting dudes that is in their 50s and shit. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Talking about Dave Allen. Bruh, Dave Allen's going to be put to sleep in the first round. You understand me? Get the fuck out of here, bruh. I'm gone, man.
You're cooking. See you later. Bro, he was offended.
AJ.
Maybe we should have done that. We allowed the disrespect.
Bro, listen.
But I get why you didn't even, like...
Listen, bro. Not every fight ain't fight worthy, bro. For me, I'm a veteran in AJ beef,
Tom
bro.
was playing, man. Tom said, again, he's been following this guy. This is it was a big moment for the ends.
Yeah, it's a big moment for
Doncaster. So
yeah, that's why I thought
what he done.
I'll let him get his takes off, bro. You know what I'm saying?
They were nasty takes.
Those were nasty takes, bro.
Some of the nastiest takes you had in the business.
They were just... Man said, he goes, if I could line up Dave Allen's next fights, because he's got to be careful and start thinking about his health. Man said, AJ... Then he said Chisora. Then we said, who do you think's gonna win AJ versus Chisora? He goes, I think probably Chisora. Bro, it was a melee of madness.
Then it's the last fight when he's caring about his fighter to let us know that
Usyk. We've seen sparring footage of Dave Allen and Usyk. Usyk landed a shot on Dave Allen and he literally made a sound that pigs make. You know when they go like the oink. Bro, come on, man. Let's stop all of this, bro.
Stop this. Message to Okolie. Message to you, bro. Fight React Poor, man. Do it. That's it. That's my message. Fight React Poor. I get Dillian. Dillian, I see you can see him and stuff, and you can fight him. It has to happen. He liked the comment as well. I wrote in it. This ain't new information.
What did you write?
I wrote, I want to see React Poor. The streets have been waiting for a decade. Like, you lot taking the piss.
Who liked it?
React Poor liked it. No, sorry, Okolie liked it.
Oh, seen.
So I feel like he's gaslighting.
Oh, right.
He liked it at 4.
That's hilarious.
Who's gonna...
He's playing games with you,
playing games because React Poor didn't like it. I had both of them. I made sure they both... October Red was there. We were all in the comment section, bro. Stop this.
That's funny.
So you can see stuff. You two make this fight happen. But anyway, we'll leave it on that. Listen, people, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Again, find us on Patreon. Apologies, I was moving houses. That's why. That's why we didn't get an episode. But we'll make sure to drop 2. So we'll drop something for you lot. So watch out. Anyway, we are out of here. Look after yourselves. Peace. Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.